From popular YouTubers to Congress ecosystem stalwarts to armchair pundits, many public influencers, viewers, spent the last few months making Rahul Gandhi's prospective fight in Amethi almost a personal battle. They've been goading Rahul Gandhi to throw his hat back into the Amethi ring, put his money where his mouth is, and step bravely back to reclaim a battlefield, a family battlefield he lost 5 years ago. They spread all manner of narratives, as we've seen, on television, on social media, in newspapers and elsewhere. From Amethi ka mamla fasi hui hai to so-called internal Congress reports suggesting that the incumbent MP Smriti Irani was unpopular and on a sticky wicket, to the suggestion that this would be the epicenter of Rahul Gandhi's rebirth. The vanquished hero returning to fight a moral war and winning, because that is the only correct outcome in their worldview, this ecosystem worldview. Well, sadly and ironically for these YouTubers, influencers and stalwarts, Rahul saw something that they did not. Reality. The writing on the wall. So no matter what the Congress or the pundits now try to spin the decision not to feel Rahul Gandhi in Amethi as, let's make no mistake, this was surrender. An admission the Congress and Rahul Gandhi clearly sensed the possibility of another defeat, a prospect unthinkable for Rahul Gandhi given just how much his party has invested in crafting him as an unshakable warrior over the last 2 years. You'd think that the Congress would weather this expected storm of derision and mockery from the BJP of Rahul being a runaway by hunkering down and letting the clouds pass over. It's politics after all. But believe it or not, the Congress and its leaders have been under pressure to spin a difficult and embarrassing decision in Amethi as something of a political masterstroke. I wish I was making this up. I'm not even joking. The Congress party's top voices officially state that a smarter political move has not been witnessed in recent times and that 100 Modis cannot match the political deftness of the Gandhis. Let me repeat that for you. 100 Modis, they say, cannot match the political deftness of the Gandhis. And for additional effect, a hashtag saying, Kaun Smriti? Who is Smriti? Imagine that. Well, now the Congress can't be faulted for attempting to cast an embarrassing day as a well-planned and thoughtfully crafted move by the grand old party. We are, after all, in the middle of an election where the Congress's decision not to field Rahul in Amethi radiates well out of Uttar Pradesh and across the length and breadth of the country, because Rahul Gandhi is, after all, a national figure. Now, ecosystem retainers and cheerleaders of the Congress have also added to this masterstroke effort by suggesting that the choice of fielding a family retainer like KL Sharma, a humble loyalist from a prestige seat, as an interesting move. Not a desperate move, but an interesting move. This ecosystem meltdown over Rahul's decision to acknowledge reality is a spectacle for the ages, but allow me, viewer, to list what I think the Congress's decision really does. No ifs or buts, this is the reality. Right off the bat, number one, today's decision destroys Rahul Gandhi's brand of Daro month, a message he has attempted to own through his yatras by embodying fearlessness, rolling up his sleeves, getting into the crowds and saying, I will take everything full frontal. I'm wondering what embodies fear more than ducking a battle, even if for tactical or practical reasons. Number two, Rahul Gandhi has been projected by the Congress party as the only opposition leader consistently taking on the BJP and the Modi machine, which is actually true on a variety of issues, but that edifice comes crumbling down with this one act of trepidation, this one act of reluctance. Rahul Gandhi says he is in politics for the long haul and not for one election or the next. While it's definitely true that a defeat looks bad on the CV, by simply opting not to fight, Rahul Gandhi damages the lofty projection of himself as a soldier with his gaze fixed on the big picture. Number four, the Congress party has struggled and toiled for 5 years and more to project the Gandhi family as committed leaders and workers and not the entitled VIPs that they've always been perceived to be. Today's decision by the Congress brings all that crashing down. The country has watched how the party has practically begged Rahul and Priyanka to fight this election. It has seen both leaders even say they will do what the party asked them to if it comes to fighting in Uttar Pradesh, only to see them have their own way. Rahul said, I'm not fighting Amethi. If you want, I'll fight Raebareli. And Priyanka said, I am not going to fight at all. Number 5, while the India opposition alliance has had its troubles, the Congress has carefully projected Rahul Gandhi as a separately standing leader with a path of his own, swayed by compulsions that are more moral and philosophical than the earthly pressures on our ordinary heat and dust politicians. Today's decision confirms that Rahul has the same earthly reluctances and trepidations as the netas he so desperately tries to separate himself from. And finally, number 6, today's decision suggests that even a decade later, the Congress party, which, make no mistake, has plenty of fight left in it, as exemplified in Karnataka and Telangana, remains rudderless when it comes down to the punch. Do I understand Rahul Gandhi's decision not to fight from Amethi and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra's decision not to fight at all? Sure I do. This is politics. It's difficult. Difficult decisions must be made. But for now, sadly, it sure seems like the Gandhis never miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity.